Hey everyone, this is Destiny and welcome back to The Trucking Way. Today we're going to be talking about knowing how to calculate to determine if a load is paying good. Okay, so in my previous video I was talking to you all about how I'm going to help you all to determine how to make sure that a load is a good load. So very first thing that you need to do is know your operational costs. Your operational cost is all your expenses added up and divided by the total number of expenses. I do not include fuel in this because fuel is something that I factor in for additional for each load. So if I know I need about 60 gallons of diesel, I'm going to sit here and say I need about $180 to $200 on this load to make sure. I do not add it into my operational costs. Some people do, but I do not. So that's the very first thing that you're going to do. The second thing you're going to do is do not run your business just to make money. I know a lot of the times people run their business and say, hey, I'm just going to make $7 here. Well, it's something. No, you need to have a plan. You need to have an end goal of every week of how much money that you want to make. Because the bottom line is that if you always just sit here and say that I want to make some money, are you targeting your goals? Or if you get a breakdown, if something happens with your truck and your truck goes in the shop and it's $5,000, do you have the money to pay for that? Now, 9 times out of 10, if you're just getting a $500 load here, $700 load there, $500, $400, $300, $200, when something happens with your truck, you're not going to be able to pay for that. You're not going to be able to pay for it because you're already upside down in your bills. So make sure that you do not just run your business just for money. You will fail. It's just a matter of time. You need to make sure that your business is profiting every week. Now, there's going to be some situations. You're going to take some losses, and I'm not saying that. You're going to take some losses. But make sure that every load that you do, you don't take losses, okay? You need to make sure that your company is winning. And even in this market, you can win. You just have to strategize. You have to plan it out. And if you do need help with this, please drop your information below. Just drop your email address below and I will email you and I can send you over to our group of dispatchers that will take care of you, okay? Or if you want to send your Instagram information and I'll go to your Instagram and send you a DM. That way, if you don't feel comfortable just putting your email address so it won't be any spamming going on, you can send your IG information and I will go into your IG I will go into my Instagram account, message you, and we'll go from there, okay? So, step 3, consider all details. On every load that you do, you want to make sure that you consider all details. Make sure that you consider the miles, the weight, tolls, hills, traffic, weather, unloading or loading, and the deadhead. Now, sometimes if you know you were in a bad area, you may say, listen, I just want to get to this load. The deadhead may not be included. But if they want you to do this load and you agree to this load and it's like 50 miles, go ahead and add that in. You know, it might take a 25 extra, $50 more. Okay, that's fine. Just go ahead and add it in. But make sure you're considering the details. Do not take a load going 600 miles. It's 45 on the weight and it's paying $1,200. No, you're not even making any profit because the load is so heavy, it's going to burn more fuel. That load need to be paying at least $2,400. And even in this market. But if we don't know, and a lot of people screaming, oh, everybody's shaking cheap freight. Everybody's shaking cheap freight. But y'all not teaching each other how to determine a good load. So in order for this to stop, we must educate each other on how to find a good load. Now, if you're going 200 miles, I don't care if you're going 200 miles. If it's 45K on the weight, they need to be paying. Okay? It needs to be feasible. If you're going, especially over here in the DMV, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, the tolls will eat you up like a caterpillar, okay? You better not come over here and taking no little cheap loads like, when my husband used to go up north, New Jersey, they would try to get him to do things that wasn't making any sense. And I kept telling my husband, because even though he's my husband, listen, sometimes we agree to disagree, okay? He'd say, I'm going to do this load. And I said, okay, you can do it, but I wouldn't do it. You know, and I had to respect his decision, and he respects mine, and I leave it alone. I don't nag him on it. I just leave him alone and let him do the load. But let's just say if you're going to New Jersey on a $1,300 load, right? Now, that may sound good. Because it's like let's say it's 250 to 300 on the miles, depending on where you're going in New Jersey, or less. And you may say, well, that's a really good load. Yes, but New Jersey has some of the worst tolls ever. You exit. If you miss your exit, then you're going to be in another toll booth right away. So you're getting double charged. And I think they should do something about that. Like, don't you really think that if you go within a toll within a couple of minutes, then you don't get double charged? Like let's just say like 30 to 45 minutes. I think that's reasonable. They're a ripoff. Tell them I said it. Then once you consider all the details, then you're going to go ahead and break everything down. So let's just say your operational cost is $1.50 per mile. You know how much fuel you would need based on the load. So if it's 600 miles and you get 6 gallons of diesel per mile, then it's going to take you about 100 gallons of diesel to do this trip. Then take that number and multiply that number by the price of diesel. Let's just say it's $400. I'm sorry, $4. And so that will be $400. You will need $400 to pay for your diesel to do this load. So now you know your operational cost, which is $1.50 per mile. Again, I do not add diesel in my operational cost. I do not. Some people do. I do not. So let's do the math. $1.50 times 600 is 900. So your operational cost is $150. The miles that's on this load is 600 miles. That's $900 right there. Plus the $400 for diesel. And so that's going to make the trip, that's going to make it come out to $1,300. So you need at least $1,300 to do this load. When you negotiating, you do not want to go in there and say $1,300. No, because they're going to give you less than that. So if you know you need $1,300, you need to at least go up to, let's just say 24. Say, okay, I can do this for 24. They may laugh at you. Oh, well, it's okay. It's okay. Get laughed at. Get denied and let them deny you, okay? It's all fine. If they say no and hang up, oh, I don't pay that much, please. Let me tell you one thing. Over the last 2 weeks, brokers that told me they didn't pay that much came out to me and paid exactly what I told them that I wanted to be paid, okay? So you have to stand your ground even in this market. So if you say $2,400 and they come down and say, all right, no, we can do it for $2,000, okay, I do it for $2,000. So now you made, on top of your operational costs and your diesel, you made $700 in just profit for your truck. That's just that goes right to your truck. That's profit for your company. So you got your expenses, your operational costs, which is your ELD and all of that. You breaking down your insurance. You know all of those different things that's going to come out off of each load. But then you getting more profit. The thing about it is, in order for your company to sustain, you need more profit. So don't keep getting the bare minimum. Get a surplus. Because when things happen with your company, then you're going to have that surplus of money. But if you would have just took this load for $1,300, right? And let's just say your tire blown out, $500 right then and there. So now you're only left with $800. You spent $400 in fuel, and you better make the other $400 work for your company. And we all know that insurance, that doesn't cover insurance. Probably for the week it does, because probably depending on who you're using and how long you've been into this trucking industry, your insurance can be very expensive. So these are the steps that you need to make sure that you're doing off of every load. And if your dispatcher is not doing those things, then get you another dispatcher. Or teach that dispatcher how to make sure that you are getting profitable loads every time. Every time. Now, you may have to bite the bullet one time and take a load that doesn't really make any sense. I get it. But please do not make it a habit of taking loads that doesn't make any sense for your company. You don't win. Only person win is the broker and the shipper. And I'm so tired of them winning. You need to win. In order for your company to succeed, you must win. Okay, say it with me. You must win. I must win. I must win. Not the broker, not the shipper. You have to win. And as always, I see you in my next video.